Welcome to Temagami. Cam and I are off on a big epic paddle. We're going to be crushing out some serious kilometers this long weekend. The plan is to do a big loop from Ferguson Bay here on Lake Temagami, cross the Napoleon Portage, get up to Maple Mountain, go through Lady Evelyn Lake system, and then down through Muskego and do some series of bushwhacky, lesser traveled portages. So first part of the trip is going to be very paddle heavy. Second part of the trip is going to be very portage heavy.
Whoa! Now this is slogging.
We're looking to push ourselves a bit, have a bit of a sufferfest because some of our other trips this year have been a little easier. So what better way than going through Temagami, which definitely is known for its rougher yet still accessible routes. So we're going to cover a lot of ground, see a lot of cool things, cram it all into a nice weekend, and that's how we like to roll sometimes. So we're looking forward to getting this one off the ground. Gorgeous morning here, overcast, but it's a good temperature, not a lot of wind. We rolled in really late last night, so just paddled out to the site here on Ferguson Bay and had dinner, fell asleep, woke up today, and we're ready to go towards Maple Mountain.
Hello folks. I hope you're enjoying me watch me pack my bag. Getting ready for a big day. What was it, like 38K? Something like that?
Something like that.
Only, you know, a handful of portages, they're all pretty short, so I don't think it'll be too bad. I'm fired up, I love Temagami. Once a year I do my annual slog trip in Temagami, where it's just kind of a painful sufferfest, and this is take 2 of that. Last year I did like a Muskego trip, and now we're kind of revisiting it, which is exciting. Looking forward to it. Woo! Let's go!
First portage of the trip. We are at the infamous, I guess, Napoleon Portage. People say it's steep. It just looks like it's a little incline, and then apparently it flattens out, and then there's another steep descent. Good way to start the day. Last time I did this was in a race in the dark, so years back. My memory's a little foggy, but shouldn't be too bad. It's about 800 meters max, and then we'll still be on Lake Temagami, paddling out towards Diamond Lake. Look at that tank.
I just can't see, and I can't push the canoe up any farther. There we go.
Done. Dynamite. The small ledge where Diamond and Lady Evelyn Lakes meet is Temagami's second busiest portage. Prior to 1916, a small set of falls tumbled through the channel, but this was drastically decreased by dam construction downstream. In 1942, the A.J. Murphy Lumber Company constructed a dam here to float logs from its Diamond Lake operations down to Lady Evelyn Lake. The dam stood until 1973, when it was eventually dynamited by the Ministry of Natural Resources at the request of Temagami First Nation. Today, little remains of the dam save for rusting log boom chains and anchors on both sides of the liftover. Always a fine 10-point turn with your skiff here?
No.
Beep, bang.
Who needs a forwards yoke when you have a backwards yoke?
Yo, that's clutch. The space for a 10-point turn. So we are portaging to Klutz Lake. Not bad. We've already gone about 24K on the day, just double carrying these bad boys right now. Only because We're doing fine for time, so why not? When we get into Muskego though, we're gonna be definitely single carrying. We've only got one more portage on the day. Massive old growth white pine. It's a damn fine pine tree on the road to Klutz Lake, acting like a klutz on the rocks. Whoa! Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to avoid, like, this is all like kind of sketchy. I'm like, oh, I'll go around this ladder over there, and I ended up falling. So it wasn't the best solution.
Oh yeah, bog time. Bog time!
A little boggy. See, it's even rare and rattling.
So we found a bog. A nice bog. And somewhere down there is some water. And we are definitely gonna have to push, pull, and grind our way through this. Gonna be lots of fun. Oh!
Is it nasty?
Yeah, it's nasty.
Oh, just absolutely bogging it right now. Knee deep in mud. Oh, that's thigh deep.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Ugh. Bro, you're deep. I need the canoe, buddy. Now this is slogging.
Yeah, bud.
All right, we're gonna huck this thing. It's a mission.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh god, it's so muddy.
I lost my shoe. Give me a second.
Oh, seriously? Woo! We're not out of the shit yet.
No,
I think every Temagami trip has had something like that for me.
Yo, Temagami always has.
There's mud.
Yeah.
We're gonna find mud out here. And that's not the last we're gonna see of the mud.
We have made it to Betty's Hole, and we have a fantastic view of Maple Mountain over there. Probably another 3-4K until we get to Hobart Lake, which we're gonna camp for tonight, and we're gonna have a gorgeous view of the mountain. Fantastic. Always wanted to get out towards Maple Mountain, and it had been on my bucket list for a while, so can't wait to hike to the top now. We made it! Tupper Lake. We actually went further than we wanted to because Hobart Lake had a couple other parties camped there. We talked to a few people there and they said, hey, no one's camped out in Tupper, so we figured we'll make the extra distance to Tupper. So all told today we went over 43 kilometers, and now we are camped basically at the base of Maple Mountain. That's across the lake from us. We have a gorgeous view of it. Some nice tall old growth white pine in here, nestled amongst some cedar, spruce, balsam fir. It's a quaint little spot actually. It's pretty sweet, and we have the whole lake to ourselves, so kind of nice not to share that lake. Hobart Lake did have some nice sights, but we would have had to share the lake with folks too, so a little more solitude up here and a gorgeous view of Maple Mountain. Muscles are definitely a little sore from that push today, but was pretty good, not too bad. So this is great because now we can wake up early in the morning, paddle across the lake, hike up to Maple Mountain, and then continue on our journey. So actually worked out perfect. I'm gonna get dinner going now. I've got some pizza on the menu. Fire's already started. They're gonna be sweet. mimosa in the backcountry. Oh.
Is it good?
Alright.
Is it good?
Beyond words, delicious.
Yeah.
All right, good morning. Welcome to beautiful Tupper Lake. Misty morning. We are getting up right with the sun here. We're gonna do a nice early hike to Maple Mountain. We'll catch some gorgeous morning sun here. The mist already on the lake. Should be a gorgeous day. Having breakfast on the go. No coffee this morning, just caffeine pills. And we are going to go up the Maple Mountain Trail. Sun has only been up for about 40 minutes. I do not see any maples. Oh, there's some actually. Yeah, there's definitely an understory maples here. Okay, small ones. Maybe we'll see some big ones. Beautiful, some lovely old growth white pine back in here. Classic Temagami, large pines. There's actually a few really nice maples down in the valley back there. And some nice red pine and a couple big jack pine too. Pretty gorgeous hike, taking you through a lot of the forest types you'd expect to see in this region. Great Lakes, St. Lawrence forest species mixing with the boreal. Always a really cool mix when these two forest types kind of clash and exchange trees. Transition area is really cool. It's the infamous Maple Mountain ladder climb. Should have brought a backpack. Oh. Made it to the top of Maple Mountain. Pretty gorgeous views. Looking down towards Lady Evelyn Lake out here. On the other side, looking down towards Muskego and out towards the rest of the mountains here. You can see Isbister way in the distance, and that's the tallest peak in all of Ontario. Lovely little view on each sides and looking out towards the wilds of Temagami. The mountain is known to the local Anishinaabeg as Chi Beijing, meaning the place where the spirits go. At a height of 642 meters, it forms the 17th highest peak in Ontario. The impressive 317-meter vertical rise over the surrounding landscape is one of the highest in the province, a feat that leads it to often be mistaken as the highest peak by height. On its summit stands a 30-meter tall steel fire tower, which once formed part of the network of fire spotting towers across the province. At their peak in the 1960s, there were 325 towers spanning Ontario. Today, only a fraction remain, and many, like the Maple Mountain Tower, are left to slowly decay on lonely, windswept peaks. The wind is definitely picking up, and even this small lake, there's some whitecaps. So we'll see what happens when we get out to Lady Evelyn Lake. Originally, we were going to go around the north end of it and then come into Sugar. But what we might do now, depending upon weather conditions when we're out there, is go down via Cartmore, make a series of portages around. Kind of know that that area is not the greatest for travel. Really bushwhacky, low water, but I think there's a few options that we can avoid some of the slogs. So we'll keep that in mind and see what the conditions look like as we get closer. But at this point in time, it might save us about 2 hours of paddling It's about 10:30 now, just because of the Maple Mountain hike. It's a little later start to the day, and the headwinds aren't helping. Probably slow us down a bit, so see how it goes. It's gonna be another mid-30s kilometer day. Yesterday was a hard push, but today's gonna be a good slog too. So see lots of scenery and push through the wind. Should be a great day. When that wind picks up, she moves, eh? Headwinds on Sucker Lake. It's actually pretty busy. Long weekend in Temagami at a fairly accessible area. It's no surprise that we're seeing people. We have run across so many canoes and now motorboats. It's like a highway. I did not expect Temagami to be this busy. However, we are definitely near one of the most popular parts of the area. But once we get to Muskego, I don't think we're going to see anyone, and I'll be very surprised if we do. Time for some overland portaging. Looks pretty decent from here, so we'll soon see how it goes.
I think the next few will be pretty easy, and then the one into Nickel, pretty garbo from what I remember, and then the one into Isbister also pretty garbo. But we'll see.
We're on the first of our series of portages into Muskego. It's actually really gorgeous, and the trail is actually really good. We are single carrying to make this a lot easier, so I don't have to come back here. This is about 565 meters. And we're kind of trying to get done as soon as we can. From Cam's memory, there's a really nice spot on Isbister Lake, and that's where we're aiming to go to tonight. It'd be nice to have a really nice site. We'll push, we'll grind, and we'll get there sometime.
Painting a few rocks. Easy portage is done. Now we're on to the nasty stuff. After a nice paddle in Sugar Lake, of course.
It's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that was the warm-up.
All right, we are about to start the portage from Sugar to Nickel Lake, and lo and behold, we have found a trail. So, not bad. Hopefully, our luck continues.
Hell yeah, brother. If you're watching this and you flagged this trail recently, thank you. Because I think last time I came through here, I followed a moose trail thinking it was the portage, and it was absolute garbage. This will be the real portage.
The trail is definitely faint, but it's here. Although it's really hard to see. There's old blazes though, which is helpful. If it weren't for them, honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell where you're going half the time here. That's what I mean by old blaze. Really overgrown. The scar is healed on it. It's kind of gnarled. See on this spruce here, how resinous this is? All that sap is billowed over where the old cut was. Cam and I have a rating system from a 1 to 10 on the status of trails. 10 being like non-existent bushwhack. 7 right now. It's tricky, but it's not bad. If you know what you're looking for, because like if you just look at the understory, sometimes it doesn't look like a trail, but you have to keep an eye out for blazes. They'll always be at eye level.
I lost my shoe in the mud here.
Oh, shitty.
This is about knee-deep in mud. I gotta do an extraction. Dude, I'm stuck. And my shoe's in there.
Holy!
Bro, I'm stuck, dude. This is the true experience. Let me get this foot out. Okay, there we go. Now I can leverage. Oh wow, it's in there. I'm going in, boys. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's really in there. No. Oh.
Oh, yeah, ew, dude.
Oh,
Yo, hold that up.
She got a little muddy. The one survived, however. Wow, I'm filthy. It's going right back on my foot, folks.
All right, Nickel Lake portage is done ski. It actually wasn't that bad. We were able to follow all the old blazes, even though the trail in some parts was a little faint or wind throw had blown some trees down. But you just gotta know what you're looking for on some of these rougher routes and you'll get through it no problem. So now we are on gorgeous Nickel Lake, which has some really impressive cliffs and looks like a very scenic island in front of us. We have a 1,300 meter portage to Isbister, and that is all she will rate for today, folks. But apparently that one's bad too, so we'll keep our eyes out for all those blazes. Nickel Lake portage. I think this might have been from the Scavengers, Northern Scavengers in 2017, 2016. Someone last year, I think, based off these cuts. Looks like they've overwintered, they faded a bit. So we're following in good footsteps if we can find the trail.
I have high hopes.
We'll just keep an eye out for these blazes again. The last one was fairly well blazed, even though they were old. I'm thinking we're gonna have the same thing. It's gonna be overgrown, hard to find.
As soon as we're done this portage, I'm yanking the tequila out of the barrel. I'm taking a shot because our campsite is 100 meters down after the portage. So that's the plan. Anyways, let's get to it. No more horsing around.
Like 50 meters in and right up a hill. All right, same story. Yeah, it's like straight up a hill to start, eh? Oh, you just cleared the trail for everyone else.
I know, how kind of me.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! Cowboy?
There you go. Woo. Yeah, I feel like we're on top of the world here. So this trail would be difficult as is with just the bushwhacky nature of it. But man, it ascends some pretty gnarly hills. Like gnarly hills.
This is Brad with the canoe, smashing through an absolute gnarly little jam in the trail. And he's singing. Oh, there's mosquitoes all over me as I film this, but I gotta get the shot. Okay, here he goes.
Oh, baby. Yes, sir. It's a real portage. I think we're like more than halfway though.
Well, here's hoping. All right.
Push. Oh my God. We did it indeed. Yeah, it took us an hour to do that. Didn't get lost. Just had to pick our way a couple times. Whew, not bad. Definitely thick bush, and if you don't know what you're doing with trail finding, don't attempt it. But if you're up for a challenge, it's definitely worth it. And coming from Nickel to Isbister is definitely the steeper way to go. Like it
climbs the first 600 meters. You're climbing. It's crazy.
So is it worth it? Yes, Isbister looks pretty sick. We're gonna paddle down about 1 kilometer to a campsite and enjoy ourselves. I think it's time for a shot though.
So as promised, we're taking a shot of our liquor of choice right after the portage. So we've just been digging through the barrel here and they're tucked away on the side. I've got a tequila that it's half polished off and Brad's got a brand new rum. He's gonna crack open and take a shot. Okay, cheers. Cheers. Oh, yes, sir.
Delicious. Delicious. I was worth the struggles.
Yeah. Yo, I'm already feeling that, dude.
It's just coursing through your veins already. Haven't had anything to drink or eat in the last little while.
Yo, my tummy
sweated out everything.
My tummy's feeling that for sure. Oh
woo!
My God. Taking liquor shots, empty stomach, dehydrated. Great idea. All right, let's go paddle.
Isbister! 9 o'clock, and we are, yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Wow. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. I'm not gonna me.
You got it, come on, you got it.
Well worth the effort to get here. Isbister Lake is like a narrow fjord-like lake, and the clarity of the water is almost Killarney-like. It is crystal clear. Long day, holy jeez. We hiked Maple Mountain. That's about 6.5 kilometers. And then we did about 39 kilometers of paddling total. So trip's living up to how we build it. It's a bit of a sufferfest, but at the same time, it's fun, and we don't feel too dead, too beat. Sometimes you just need a trip to really reset yourself, kind of ground you as well too. Perseverance is a big part of backcountry camping to me, at least. Pushing myself to certain limits and going as far as I can in a day and overcoming certain obstacles is really kind of that restorative part of visiting the backcountry for me. So it's not for everyone, but I definitely recommend doing a sufferfest trip for those who are so inclined to do so, because it's very restorative. And it humbles you as well too. So, and now time to enjoy some dinner and maybe have another shot or two of rum. Calling her. It's gonna be a good night. Morning from Isbister Lake. Today we are going to continue our journey through the Muskego Wildlands. Gorgeous campsite here. Really enjoyed spending the night here. Gorgeous red pines and nice rocky points. These little lakes in Temagami are quite scenic, and really looking forward to seeing what the next couple of lakes have in store for us. If they're anything like Isbister, then should be a very scenic day. So looking forward to it. Last day, bit of a push, but thankfully not as hard in the kilometer department, but we still have a lot of portages to reel off. We got a series of short but apparently trickier portages to reel off here. Probably more of the same, looking for blazes, hopefully not doing too much bushwhacking, but probably slamming our way through overgrown forest. First portage of the day. Starts out okay, and then there's like some blowdowns and the trail is gone and it's just bushwhacking. I can't even find the old blazes at this point in time. It's probably all under this cluster of trees. If I were to guess, it's down in this valley though, because that's where the water is. Oh, so that one wasn't too bad. We were actually able to find the old trail going back, but by trail, it's still a bushwhack essentially, just looking for blazes. It's the only way to get to the lake. Thankfully they're short. We have a couple more, two more short ones, and then a long one, which might be Garbo, so we will see. We're just gonna keep up with this double carrying system because there is a chance that the trail is bad, but I think once we get past the series of these bushwhacky trails, we should be fine. I hope so. So yeah, Do we know where it picks back up is the question.
So from my knowledge, we just hooked the canoe out there through that stuff.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the lake is on the other side. Is it over there or is it over here?
Straight ahead, there's a creek.
Like right over there?
Right where the rock is.
Not bad. I mean, if the moose can do it, so can you. Wicked. Bar Lake. Those actually weren't that bad at all. Wow. Gorgeous.
Oh, we're filming. Absolutely vibing in Shit Creek right now. Another dam.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. We have made it to Avery Lake. And this lake has a very difficult to find portage apparently. Multiple parties have passed through here and have not found it. So we're gonna see what we can find. Any human tracks? Nah. Oh, this is nice. Wow. It's steep, but it's not bad at all, eh? Avery to Turner. There's a trail. A couple blowdowns. Hard to find. But then when you're on the trail, it's actually a wonderful trail. Whoa. Everything from Nickel Lake out to Turner. Not bad if you know what you're looking for. Could be a lot worse. Could have been bushwhacking some of that stuff. If we had more time, we would clear trails. Actually, we tend to do a lot of that on some of these trips, but just given the nature of the route, the fact that we don't have a whole lot of time, we're not doing much beyond some light clearing here and there. So something we come back to in a future time, because these lakes are very scenic and not many people get back to them. So I would definitely go back and stay on Isbister for sure. And there's a couple spots you could definitely etch out a nice crownland campsite on some of those other small lakes, and you'd have the whole place to yourself. Yeah, I definitely really like this area. We'll be returning. Lots of different options for tripping around here too. Mid-Adaston Lake, we have just reeled off another big portage. 2 more on the day. Yeah, we're flying now. But definitely feeling it, feeling a bit of the sun. It's hot. And yeah, sun is frying my brain. Really nice campsite here. Wish we could stay, but we gotta keep going. We got 2 more portages on the day, a 900 meter one, and then we're back doing the Napoleon again, this time with the lighter packs, so it should be a lot easy. We made it back to Lake Temagami.
Oh, dude, my arms are numb. I couldn't properly
really?
unload that. Yeah, they're a bit numb right now.
And that is all she wrote on the epic 120 kilometer roughly tour of Temagami, taking us to Maple Mountain, through the wilds of Muskego. Some very rough portages, but doable. A little bit of everything here in Temagami, and it's been a fantastic weekend. Fading light as we're getting back to our vehicle, but what a fitting end of the trip. Water is now like glass. It's a perfect temperature out. Fantastic. Great weekend out here.